I'm admittedly normally not the biggest fan of piano music, which I guess could be a bit of a controversial opinion. But this menu music, which, spoiler alert, I've been listening to for way too long while setting everything up, is kind of soothing. So I'll let it pass. I'll give it a pass. And to be honest, for a second I thought that my green screen is not working because this background behind me, the color of the menu, is basically the exact same color I have on my walls in this room. So that's a nice coincidence, isn't it? I'm going to be playing Shattered Heaven today, which sounds about as dramatic as this music. It's a deck-building roguelike, akin to Slay the Spire, Iris and the Giant, Monster Train... What else do we have? Inscryption! So many games! But it's a dope genre, and a couple of my most well-liked games are part of this genre. Like, I spend so much time with Inscryption, and I love it, and I'm always... Like, every now and then, there's still, like, this itch that needs to be scratched, so I'm sometimes going back to the Casey mod, stuff like that. Or the upcoming Wild Frost by Chucklefish, another one of those games that I'm really hyped for, that I've spent so much time with in the demo. And that's actually what this is too. Shattered Heaven, so far, is in demo state, so if you want to try it out after today, or while I'm playing today, feel free to go there to Steam. It's available now, the demo. The actual game comes out, I think, sometime around middle of April. But I was really in the mood for something like this, and I thought, why not? Because that's like the question that defines the universe, that defines the big decisions in history. Why not? I must admit, I'm a bit wondering if this chat doesn't work. Because it was acting up and down a bit. Like sliding up and down. So, if anyone hears this, write something in chat. I guess I wouldn't know if it works, right? I need to find a better way to check this. Still new to YouTube streaming. Totally not obvious. But good. Enough talking. Shattered Heaven. Jakub, hi! Thank you for confirming that the chat works. How you doing? I like this lady here with the antlers. I'm a sucker for stags, deer, elks, moose. Is the plural of moose? Is it just moose? Because my brain just wanted to say like mice or meese. Good. I don't have a load game, so obviously we're starting a new game. And I actually have no idea what awaits me. I just know that this was part of a Kickstarter campaign. And it was pretty successful. It's Italian. So, it's a me, Shattered Heaven. That was a poor joke of ripping off It's a me, Mario. Well, Cylinder, that's what the game is supposed to be. Also, good evening to you, but Storyteller is, I don't think, an expensive game.
Are the ones who killed him. Now, the cursed remnants of humanity exist under the perpetual reign of his mournful ashes, condemned to a never-ending circle of hate and resentment. As punishment for our ancestral sin, our breaths are cut short as soon as we hit 40 of age.
That's pretty brutal.
We are barren shells, unable to sleep, the desire to bring forth new life.
That's pretty brutal.
Our last hope for a better tomorrow lies in a divine forgiveness that only bloodshed can grant us.
Facepalm.
4 Vestals shall hail from the 4 lands.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
For memories of old still sing. Delham, ever untamed and never bound. Flamen, hearth of steel and spires.
Slay the Spire.
And our home, born from thunder and storms. Ashram.
There's the facepalm guy.
In the end, only one pair of soiled hands will hold the salvation we desperately seek. Once every 10 years, our somber march to the Equinox Cathedral ushers war in. Kneeling in front of the flame of Vesta, we swear to repent.
Whew, this is
O
intense.
ancient sin, stain us in red, so that we may never forget the firmament's grief. O ancient sin, grant us this holy pardon,
Should I pray?
so that we may one day mend our shattered heaven.
That's the name of the game. Nevika, hi, good evening.
What?
Ooh,
Scared
we're
to face an Ashram warrior?
jumping straight in. That was a big lore and exposition dump, but intriguing, I must say. This feels a bit... You know, we have Wild Frost, which is like cute and cuddly and adorable. Like, that's the deck building equivalent of Stardew Valley. This seems to be more akin to Diablo or something like it. So the heaven is literally shattered because God is dead. Good job. Oh yeah, being sick sucks. Sick sucks. And true, I completely also agree with how beautiful it sometimes is to have a game that you can play and you're done with it. 3 hours, 2 to 4 hours, like one chill play session, and you're done. You see the credits roll, and there's this deep satisfaction settling in. Ugh, it's beautiful at times. I have no idea how long this demo is, by the way, so we'll see. The battle has begun. To beat your enemies, you must use cards. Surprise! Each of them is a specific action Andorra can take, so I guess we play her for now. I must admit I'm a sucker for, like, pet, ferocious animal people, so I wanted to play the second. The people that looked like Earth Kingdom. I was like, fire, earth... No, the first one was water, then was earth. The third one's fire. So I guess we're the airbenders, the air nomads. Speaking of Avatar, by the way, there is a new mobile game about Avatar, and I downloaded it. I haven't gotten time to look at it. But back to this game. At the beginning of each turn, your characters will draw 5 cards up to a maximum of 8. Interesting number. In order to play cards, you need AP, okay? This is AP. Your character starts their turns with 2 AP and can have maximum of 4. You can see how many AP are available in the bottom left corner. You can't see that, that's behind me, but honestly I don't think there's a better place to put my camera. I currently have 2, so... Most cards have special effects known as keywords. That's what you need to learn when you're doing YouTube. Keywords and tags and stuff like that. You can check a brief description of each card by hovering the cursor over it. You can also see a complete one by pressing the More Info button. Each character takes their action on their turn. The turns of your character and enemies are instead grouped in rounds. Instead? Not sure that's the correct word. Maybe I don't understand it. As I said, Italian game. Sometimes we Europeans are not the best with translating into English. You can see the order of turns of the current and the next round in the top right corner. That is here. When it comes to inflicting damage, sword cards are your best choice. You can see the icon of each card beneath its AP cost and gem color. Now use Vorpal's. No, that's one word. Vorpal Strike. Somehow Vorpal sounds like a cute wombat-like creature. Did you ever see a Vorpal? Good. So, Overwhelm, Swift, Stand Your Guard, Inhuman Reaction, the Ever-Chosen. There's different fonts in this. Do you see this? This one is much more modern in comparison to like these two. These almost look like medieval script or something like it. But I guess we need to do this. But first I want to see what more information means. Okay, that actually means a lot of information. I guess that doesn't necessarily help us yet because I don't know why this is a ruby card and why I would want a ruby card. But nice. Born from thunder, molded for war, raised for slaughter, and yet for life. Chase the future and find a path with twin brushes and bloody ink. Compose the tale of our rebirth. Yeah, I'll stick by it. This feels quite a bit like Diablo or something like it. May I ask why not Twitch anymore? The thing is that I am currently not feeling 100% cozy there with what's going on. And I just like the thought of having everything on one platform. I know usually it's like diversify, but I kind of like the having like shorts, long form, and streams on one platform. So we'll see how this goes. If everyone abandons me here because they don't want to use YouTube and only want to use Twitch, totally an option. Veni Vidi Vici! You can see the intentions of the enemy for the next turn. A sword icon means they will attack, whereas arrows indicate they will grant themselves buffs. Looks like the enemy is going to retaliate. Use a shield card to soften the blow. They are the best tool when it comes to armor and defensive effects. Honestly, a lot of this is very self-explanatory. Maybe I should have just said no, I don't need tutorial. But there is nothing more annoying than watching someone confidently say no, I don't need a tutorial, and then like 10 minutes and it's like, you should have watched the tutorial. Your AP counter has reached 0, which means that's all you can do for this turn. Okay, so I'm guessing typical logic of AP, you start with 2, next round I'll have 3, next round I'll have 4, and every beginning it comes back. So end turn. Velvet cut.
Is this the best you can do?
Enemies can inflict debuffs. Surprise. Adding negative effects during the battle. Each debuff has a counter that decreases by 1 at the end of the turn or when specific actions are performed. Once the counter reaches 0, the debuff disappears. You can see more in... Yeah, okay. One way to counter debuff is gaining buffs of your own. Oh, we have... Try using Andora's Champion of the Parish skill. Okay, so we have like character skills as well. I'm guessing that gets... Some keywords allow you to play new efficient strategies to win the battle as fast as possible. Usually you can find them in support cards. The Ever-Chosen. See, this is like... When I'm playing a demo, this is what I kind of expect, but I'm still amused by it always. When you have Ever-Chosen here with a capital E, and this one has a lowercase e. And I'm always curious if it will be seen and if it will be fixed by the time it actually releases. It allows you... Ever-Chosen has a Swift keyword. It allows you to discard a card you might not want and draw a new one instead. Swift. So, I do more damage now, and I do less damage, so... Nice and 0. Is there also a nice poem on this card? Yeah, kind of. Exalted Champion, the burden you bear wears heavily on your scarred back. Exalted Champion, the pride you carry stains deeply your backward heart. Exhausted Warrior, turn your gaze to the heavens, the Shattered One. Amidst merciless acts lies the glory. Amidst merciless acts lies the glory. I'm going to stop criticizing the grammar. Swift 1 card. So I get one and have to get rid of one. This deals 10 damage. This also deals 10 damage, but there's like a riposte, which I should know because it's a common term, but I don't. Andora's special mechanic is called Deity. Whenever she uses a card for each gem, she will fill a slot. Once all 3 slots are filled, she will gain a Deity point to a maximum of 3. Reaching 3 DT points will power up Andora's next turn, granting her 4 AP and increased critical hit chance. Holy moly! So basically, we need to use those colors wisely. And that's good for us. In general, the art style is pretty cool, I must say. Not just the card art, but also this one looks pretty nice. Not yet 100% sure if I think it's perfectly cohesive, but I'm willing to be surprised. So, if you played another non-Ruby card this turn, add 3 extra damage. So I can't play this one, but I could play this one, and then that one. It looks pretty great, yeah. And also, I feel like the music is pretty dope. What is a repost? Does somebody know and want to tell me, or shall we just find out? Let's find out. Riposte, is that like, that it hurts me? Explore the dungeon. We're in a dungeon. You can move around the dungeons using mouse or directional keys. Done. Oh, look at me, I'm small. So it's a literal, like, this is the roguelike dungeon crawler situation. Ooh. Sometimes during exploration you will come across special events and will have to decide which path to take. The outcomes are never fully certain, but you can use the descriptions to choose the more profitable option. Oh, danger. That's a cool, like, the design and the artwork I really like. Did my... Oh, fun. Can you hear the music now? My earplug just died. Fun times. But it came back. The Song of the Bound. Lonely is the lady of the tree. Just listen to her song. Oh dear freedom, how I ache for you. Lonely is the prisoner of the oak. Just hearken unto her pleas. Oh dear absolution, how I yearn for you. These roots are her poisoned shackles, and her heart is long covered in thorns. Heart of Thorns? Heart of Thorns? That's a Guild Wars expansion. Oh dear savior, how I dream of you. Clap for her. Ignore her. Gain loot and... Oh, it's basically like... Either I get something nice or something bad here. A riposte is an attack after defense. Something like a counter-attack. Okay. Okay. The icon confused me because at first I thought that's exactly what it is, but the icon looked like it hurts me. So I guess I should have sung that, but... What are we doing? Are we going safe route? Nah. Her song grows louder and louder. Her verse is now more alike to the rambling of a mad woman than to sweet poetry. Your head feels heavy and a thick mist covers your surroundings. As you come to, you realize that the way is now unfamiliar again. You gain some loot. The party loses 5% of their maximum HP. Constant? Like continuously? Always? We can disarm a trap. Echo of the Child. Okay. Use it to reveal the content of the next 2 rooms in each direction. So that's when we need to pick. While exploring, you might want to know what lies ahead instead of finding out the hard way. Echo of the Child is a tool meant specifically for this. Try using it by clicking on the icon in the bottom. You can find many different tools, each with its... I said I wouldn't criticize anymore. Particular function. Some can be used at any moment during exploration, others when particular situations occur. I have a child in a child jellyfish in a jar. So it unveils this, and if there would have been like a corner situation, I would have known both. So, fighting time! We have a friend. He looks like Noctis from Final Fantasy 15, but he's called Magni. Magni is another member of your party. His special mechanic is called Rage. Yeah, sorry, my brain immediately went to Grog from Critical Role. I want to rage! He gains 1 rage point by playing Ruby cards, and 2 points when he is hit by an attack. Magni's skill do not rely on cooldowns, but instead require a certain number of rage points to be used. Spend your pent-up rage to use the Hollow Bastion skill. So all of them work differently. That makes life easier. Also, what is this? Look at this. There's like 10 different faces. Domina. He's going to attack both of us, I'm guessing. So I can swap. No, I can't swap it in order. I can find trinkets and passive abilities. I have a feeling there is a lot of depth to this game. Good. Blood for blood. I can't do anything with him, really. If I understand it correctly. I need ruby points. So I should... I can't do anything with him. Or is the... Oh, it's already built, all the ruby points. So I can immediately do this. Sometimes tutorials just need to be clearer what they want me to do. Each character has a healing potion that only they can use to restore a portion of their health. Try using Magni's. Healing powder. You just said potion! Each deck contains at least one legendary card. These are the most powerful cards available and usually have a diamond crystal. Try using the Oath-bound Goliath. Speaking of Grog, Goliath. Then finish the battle. Phalanx times 2, Tenacity 2, gain 4 armor. Oh. He looks very pouty in this little painting. And he looks like he's face palming a lot. Okay, so all of them have... Did I just miss something? All of them have different cards? A different deck? Maybe I missed it. So we have Tenacity, which gives more cards. Phalanx reduces damage. And Curse reduces my damage. Not what I want. But I guess we are female Thor, because we are the goddess of thunder. So I think we're going to do that, because... That was a lot of damage, but she has 1 health left. That was not the best idea. Stupid Curse. I should have done that before. Oh, okay. So, learning. If I would have done that first, I would have done normal damage and I could have killed this lovely lady friend. So I guess that goes to you. Blood for blood. So each of them have separate decks. Ooh. We don't really need shield, we just need to kill. That's what it boils down to at the moment, so... Blood for blood. Where are you hiding that sword? Draft your way to victory. After each battle, you will be offered a selection of neutral cards to add to your character's deck. You can select in which deck you want a specific card to go by clicking on the character's portrait beneath it. The art on these cards is gorgeous. Gain 2 armor, 1 tenacity. So here's the question. In a game like this, do you build the characters to be like kind of jack of all trades? Or are you fully going to embrace the damage dealer, healer, and tank idea? Deal 6 damage. Curse to deal 8 damage. Shadow of Doubt. She's pretty. She's also pretty. Don't know how this person looks. I don't understand. The voice said the betrayer made a world of perdition and unholiness. Yet the dead seem at peace. I would not mind feeling that myself. Should we really tear it down? Is it really a horrible illusion? I think what I should do is I should give most ruby cards to this dude. Because he needs ruby cards to generate rage. And that's important, as we learned. So he gets the ruby card. Gain 2 armor, tenacity 1. Can I only take one of these? Do I understand that correctly? I think I want her to be like pure damage dealer. Okay, so you can only pick 2 of the cards. Choices, choices, choices. And we now have a friend. There's a mask, but I guess this doesn't matter for us. Event? No, fight. Flagitium. Ishana is the last member of your party. Her special mechanic is called Thirst. Whenever she kills an enemy or plays specific cards, she will gain Thirst points, summoning the beast Limores. These points can be spent to power up her cards. Ay ay ay. Try and play the card The Beast within. It has the goal. See, this is one of those English words where I'm never 100% sure how to say it. Gouge? Gouge? One of those. That allows you to eliminate cards you don't want into your deck for the whole battle. Okay. Huh. So I can't summon Limodes yet. And the effect differs depending on if you have the beast out or not. Whew. So we need to destroy 1 card, if I understand that correctly. Can I also just not? No. Then let's take one of these. Bye-bye. Now that you have Limodes at your side, you can use the alternate effect of your cards by spending a Thirst point. When the counter reaches 0, Limodes will disappear. Try and unleash Merciless Whip on your enemies and finish the battle. Okay, she seems pretty strong, but you need to get this thing out. Okay, so if I'm only me, little old me, it deals damage, but only to 1 enemy. But we can deal damage to all of them. It's a really creepy, cool art style.
Salvation by my hand.
Salvation by my hand. So she needs a mix of cards. What was Swift again? I forgot. Discard 1 card and draw 1 card. Okay, so this is like the... It's not the Pot of Greed in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the one that has the same effect. Pot of Greed just allows you to draw 2 cards, which is infinitely better, but also a bit overpowered. Deal 7 damage if you played another non-ruby card this turn. Okay. So if I do... Okay, it starts already. The planning. I think getting the riposte up is not a bad idea. The inhuman reaction. So I could do this. Which one are we trying to kill? I think I first want to kill that weird flying spaghetti monster. Because it creeps me out a lot. So this does now extra damage because we played a non-ruby card. More damage. And I need to put away 1 card. I'm thinking I might... I don't know yet how many cards I even have in my deck. I guess 16? Let's get rid of this one. I got a new one. Oh, it's another one of those. I could play this one to heal and to exchange another card, but I don't think it makes much sense at the moment.
Rage fuels me.
And now we're with the facepalm guy. We killed the spaghetti monster, but there is still more to be killed. This is very defensive, but she will defend. She will attack all of them. I don't know what's protector. Is it like a tank spec? Protect an ally from the next single target attack. See, this is something like what I imagined. And phalanx is damage taken is reduced. This is looks pretty OP in comparison. Let's use this one. So protect an ally from the next single target attack. So I have it, but it's not going to affect me. I think because this thing wants to attack all of us, I might use this so there is more protection happening. And more armor. Definitely a tank. So 2 attacks should be mitigated now. Do I understand this correctly? Do you agree? Do you disagree? End turn. Okay.
We have to save them.
So I guess we weren't able to do that. He didn't protect because it was not a specified attack. Maybe to trigger that you need like one of the characters to be attacked and not a group. So Beastie is out. How much damage can we do? Heal and deal damage. Sadic Leech Goat. What are all those words? Holy. It's super weird that your heroes are on the right, not on the left like any other game. You know what? I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. Huh. Strange. I can't kill at the moment, but I could use this, which is my diamond ability. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's go get rid of these two. Who needs healing anyway, right?
You're already dead.
I'm trying to think if there is another game I can think of where this is the case, where like your heroes are on the right. Anyone have one? Like normally it's typical like left you and enemy on the right, or like up and down slightly. Huh. So I just need to kill it, right? I don't need to pay any attention really and just do these. Bye bye. So I guess that was the tutorial. Maybe there is a boss now? Pity the Vestal that sleeps. Through her slumber dreams manifest, silencing her conscience. Okay. Good. Nice talk. Thanks for telling me. A fate worse than death.
Journey's end, at last.
You wish. This is only the beginning.
So that's the Equinox Cathedral? It's so shiny.
It's so
This is the most
shiny.
sacred place on Earth, and the only thing you can say is, "It's so shiny."
Good to see you two in such good spirits. We still have a way to go after all.
Ugh.
That's not the voice I
Step
imagined
by
for any
step,
of them.
The tower drew closer, immaculately white against the barren plain. Its masonry formed a tight reticle that enveloped the sacred building.
What is a
And
reticle?
then, the grand portal, flanked by its 2 armored guardians. A stern-looking old man stepped forward.
Does he though? Oh my goodness, dialogue. Welcome, children of Ashram, to the Equinox Cathedral. I am Charon, herald of the divine child. These hands are creepy, glorious but creepy. Also, now we're in Greek mythology. What is this button? Automated? I don't like buttons that don't explain themselves. This is the codex. This is information about everything. Oh my. Oh my goodness. I mean, we are somewhat in Greece, right? Asclepius, Phaistos, the Pyre. That's a different game. Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, you can have a log, so if you misclicked and skipped something. Thank you for receiving us, most revered. Oh, such a wrinkly old face. Is being the herald really something that special, sir?
Damn you!
Hey, do you have any idea how disrespectful you're being? That is all right. Curiosity is indeed a rare virtue these days. But yours, young lady, is a question that will find its answer another time. Suspended arcs and pillars weave together in a majestic show, all was illuminated by the perpetual light of the altar of Vesta. 4 statues of ancient heroes were encircling the throne. A rose window representing the 4 Vestals glistened solemnly just above it. It looked magnificent when the light shone through it. Can you show me the thing? I guess not. Over there you will find your chambers, as well as the merchants sent here to provide for your needs. Yeah, I don't want to automate it. We will meet again later in the presence of the divine child. Through your sacrifice may your people atone. I like how her very, very heavy metal breastplates expand and constrict with her breathing. Through a fratricide may life be reborn. Fratricide? That means killing your brother. In case you are wondering. That's actually a word I know, unlike reticle. So, who are we killing? One of us? Us 3 people? Welcome to the Equinox Cathedral. I'm guessing this is like the hub. Yep. Okay. Dungeon selection, apothecary, merchant stall, the Great Altar, which looks amazing. Like, if I imagine this in real life, just this bunch of hands grasping towards the sky, that could be almost as, if not more, impressive than the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones. Those quarters are pretty shitty. A sitting sack? What a treat.
Whatever.
It's just a pillow. It's so soft. Oh, something is spilling out. You're covering the whole room in ashes. That's the pieces of the god. Seriously, what's up with you? Have you been living under a rock this whole time? It was a shack near a mountain. So in a certain way, it was under a rock, I think. Forget I even asked. Sacks or pillows, enjoy them while you can. We won't have much rest once the war begins. What the frick? The small talk was cut short by the sound of the gate portal opening once again. Curious to see where the commotion came from, the group moved out of their quarters and went back to the entrance. So I guess that's the next trio. Out
of that gate came a young woman. Black hair that gracefully danced in the air with every step of hers. And a sharp, bewitching gaze. Following close behind, 2 severe-looking warriors strode forward with pride.
That's the water tribe.
The Vestal of Sentia and her guardians had arrived.
Is this my welcoming party?
Lyra.
Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better one. I'm glad to see you here in one piece, Enra.
It's been a while, Lyra.
Enra?
Such a cold reception. You're breaking my heart, darling. After all these years, I expected you to be a tad happier to see me.
What do you want me to do? Should I, jump at your arms? Screaming, "Greetings, O great Vestal of Sentia"?
Oh, I would be delighted.
I feel like with all the exposition earlier, I forgot what a Vestal is. Oh, but I dig her style, especially the floating moon. Can I have that, please? Is that a possibility? I'm wondering if maybe in the final game, in the like full release, maybe you were able to like pick who to play with. That would be cool. You're still keeping my old sash around your arm.
Sure.
I'm flattered. I don't think she's happy. Anjali. I beg your pardon, my liege. We need to make haste to our quarters before the ceremony begins. We don't have time to lose here. Lonan, Lyra, and Anjali. Time spent with old friends is never a waste of time, Lonan. But I suppose you're right. See you later, Anra. Friends? The Sentients have been our allies for a very long time. This is the land's chance of salvation for them, as it is for us. It is unfortunate that we share the same awful predicament.
I see.
Oh, I see. Do you? You don't see shit, that's, I guess, the joke. Anyway, who's Anra? Me. It's just a childhood nickname. We trained together for a while in the name of our tribe's alliance. So, are you two really good friends? I think that this would be a great moment to shut up. Continue the conversation.
Right.
I guess the divine child called us. I clicked through that. I'm still not sure yet where I have to click to further the conversation. Did I say something rude? Perhaps. I'm afraid that the issue lies far beyond what we can imagine. Let's be real, they were girlfriends and broke up because they now have to kill each other. That's probably what it boils down to. Ooh, look at those guys. This is a rook from a chess game. Dark Forge. And question mark, question mark, question mark. Can't go there. Mission table. Behold our Lord Heliot as he sits upon his divine throne. Now heed his words as he makes his will known. Yeah, sure, the divine child, of course. Shut up, old man. They're here to hear me talk. And now, yes, you shall hear my words. Centuries ago, a Vestal from Sentia defiled my divine will. Are you that old? Or is it just like, it's divine child, like a title that gets put from one divine child to the next one? She corrupted the 8 guardians, made them kill their own wards, and then took over the pit of Naraka. What was once a hallowed place of rest for the dead is now a kingdom of treachery. We have proclaimed countless holy marches onto her wretched dominion, executing her minions one by one. Yet, people still believe in the most absurd rumors. Death in Naraka is better than life here on this earth. They are even foolish enough to follow such lies, tossing themselves down that damned hole. But now it's time for her to face my final judgment. This shall be your first duty in this new war of ascension. You want to save your miserable people from their impending extinction, right? Go deep into Naraka, slay the betrayer, and erase this ugly stain from our history once and for all. According to tradition, 4 will depart and only 3 will return. May it be in battle or in sacred duel, one of you will die. But we are 6 people. Either we are 3 or we are 6. Are we talking about like the 4 groups? Do not disappoint me. This is your god's will. Great God. I thought we killed him. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. I suspected not all 4 Vestals would attend yet, but out of all of them, how fortuitous is for her to be here already. I wonder if it was planned from the start or if it's just mere coincidence.
What?
Is that a problem? I don't know. We just have to trust that the Ever-Chosen won't lose sight of our goal, even if... What are you two whispering behind my back? Let's get a move on. We have a war to wage. How do I like the game so far? Good question, next question. I think... I'm not 100% sure about the delivery of a lot of the things in this game. About the delivery of dialogue, about the delivery of like lore or purpose, I'm going to call it. I'm looking forward to playing again because that was a bit of a lull. And if I imagine if you don't play the tutorial and the game starts out like this, I think that's a bit of a hurdle to overcome for a lot of people. Find all keys and reach the exit. We get Seed of the Mother. Isn't the seed usually of the father? Faith Orb and Desire of the Fallen. What are my viewers thinking so far about the game? Are you kind of d'accord, okay with my point of view on it? Time you were on your way to Naraka. To leave the hub, click on the dungeon selection icon. But I want to go to the Dark Forge. I guess I can't. Let's get into playtime. So, it feels like we're going to hell. Each dungeon has 4 different depths. Each needs to be completed in order to proceed to the next. Select Enter Dungeon to start your adventure. Free supplies. Small puppet. Can be used protection against blasphemy. If light shines brighter, the closer it is to darkness, then Sintamanya, the gem of the west, is the embodiment of the saying. See, that's exactly what I mean. They clearly built this ultra-rich world. Like this ultra-rich and dense world concept that they now want to give to the player. But especially in a game that is card-based, where you already have to like read text, you have to learn the cards, you have so much information you have to stuff in your brain because it's not the most active playstyle, but much more of a cerebral kind of playing. I think it's a bit much. Maybe it evens out a bit more, but the lore presentation is for me similar to Dark Souls. I have no idea what the story is. I agree with the second part. The first one, it feels more like the opposite, to be honest. Like in Dark Souls you have very little idea what's going on because like just the bits and pieces. And here just like, so this is the lore, there are the 4 vessels that have to fight and wage war, and this and this and this and this. So, but I get what you mean. I only sought to make this world beautiful, to make it yours. It feels weird that Andorra, the damage dealer, like this lady here, just from a design perspective, let alone that this is not armor, wearing a skirt feels strange for her.
The landscape passing beneath them was alight with small refractions, each a gem embedded in stone.
That looks dope.
This was Sintamania,
Holy frick.
home of the pious tribe of Sentia, and a jewel at the gates of hell.
The gates
Look
of
at all
hell.
these sparkling stones. Oh, I would love to live here.
It's indeed a pleasure for the eyes.
It's so
Are
inconsistent.
you all right?
Keep quiet. We're entering the pit.
Every child knew that the hallowed
Entering the
chasm
pit.
was to be revered as much as it was to be feared. A cursed place where dead souls gather. A grim sepulchre full of malicious energy. The reign,
The reign
of the treacherous queen.
queen. We might as well be
As
talking
they
about
delved
Diablo
into
4 right now.
darkness, their hearts tightened uneasily. But then there was a light and a gentle breeze. Under the descending pulley, a splendid
I mean, that looks
plateau
dope.
extended as far as their gaze could
This
reach.
meadow.
What's this colorful rain? It's not ashes.
Flower petals. They are pretty, but completely useless.
Can I eat them?
No! We're in hostile territory. Everything you see here can hide a trap.
Indeed. As peaceful as this place might look, I feel like we are being watched.
What I just started saying. Oh my. It feels inconsistent. There's like... I should count, but it feels like there's like 5, 6, 7 different art styles between them. Like this is a completely different art style from this. The cutscenes have a different art style yet again. The cards have a different... Well, I guess the cards are similar to this art style, but still a bit different. And in battle you also have a different look. And then you have this. You have like voice dialogues. And then you have these dialogues. And it feels a bit disjointed. A place of death and anger. Yeah, this doesn't feel like hell at all. Look at the freaking skulls, you see them? To me, this looks like paradise. I refuse to call this place paradise. It's a sin born out of horrible treachery, and we are here to put an end to it. It feels like it's so strongly pushing this sin concept that it feels that in the end it's like the Holy Child was the problem all along, and we were on the wrong side, basically. Santa Mania, Cinco de Mayo. The Wheel of Fortune. Each dungeon is composed of different floor, each with its own special conditions. You will have to adapt your strategy if you want to survive. Okay, floor effect. Each party member draws an extra card at the start of the turn. I like that. Good. So we have this pretty lady, and, well, these two are the same pretty ladies. Ruby needs to go to this guy. Gain 2 armor, heal 2 HP. Blindness, pity, and curse. So many things. This card will banish itself for the rest of the battle once played. I think that is dangerous to put into her deck, because she already banishes card left and right, so not a good idea. I think I will give this one to him, because again, Ruby cards. Gain 2 armor and 1 tenacity. Tenacity is if you take damage. It feels like all of these cards are meant for the tank. The effect of the card will repeat at the start of your next turn. Gain 2 armor and heal. So we have heal and tenacity. Which of those is more likely? I think I'm going to do this. Because I feel like she's more likely to be attacked. I'm not sure yet if it makes a difference where the characters are positioned on the... Give me a second. Oh, actually it's better. Where the characters are positioned on the field. But I think I'll stick with this. We'll see. I think I need more light. Can I make this stronger? I think I need more light for the green screen to balance out better. Okay, this looks adorable. See, but it's another different art style. Okay. We are going to go on an adventure. Blasphemous events. Sometimes you might encounter events where there seems to be no right choice. If you have it available, you can break a tablet of protection and have a chance to avoid the event altogether. Drops of blood on ivory skin. Drops of blood. Laying on a morbid blanket of grass, behold. It is an heart gouged out from the mother. Like a scarlet tear descended from the branch of heaven. Wondrous boon, let us see the truth. Why would you do that? Like, this one is at least, like, slightly positive. But this is just horrible. Let's try protection. Lose 5%. Okay. Is what it is. Are we going left or right? Do you have a coin to throw? I can throw this. This has 2 sides, but I think it might land more towards one than the other. How is it that I don't have... Wait. I'm not going to do this at all times, but I don't feel like making a choice right away. So I have this cute picture of my family's dog. So if we pick the dog, we go to the right. Look, it's green, so it has problem with the green screen. Bonk. It landed on the dog, so we're going to the right. I click. This is the kind of guy that holds you up on a beach and wants to sell you watches and sunglasses. While exploring, you may stumble upon Kairos, an ambitious merchant. He can greatly aid you in your quest for the right price. Okay. You do not know what is more unsettling about it. His weird fixation over his horrible single lock of hair. Ugh. He only has hair here. That's strange. Remove a card from a deck. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. So basically you have to give every character a new card after a fight. So it's kind of important to organize your deck so you don't bloat it too much with weird cards. Could I go back? I guess not. That's a butterfly. In meadows so splendid she flies, delicate daughter of the air. I combined those. Quite the quivering of your hands in front of this presage of uncertain fate painted on her wings. Strike it down, gain a buff, but proceed on your way. I'm going to go with like with like the path of least resistance right now. Danger awaits you, but you are ready to face it with all your might. Fighting time! Oh my goodness, what are you?
So sweet.
Oblitus. Oblitus. During each battle, you will have the option to complete a bonus mission. Each mission you complete will help you gather better rewards at the end of the dungeon. See, I must say, like, the background is so cool. The card design also. I like the art style of the characters and these things too, but these don't 100% go together for me. What do you think? They're going to buff each other, and we have a special mission to defeat all enemies within 3 rounds. Do we have the beast within? Ah, there it is. Gain 1 thirst, gouge 1 card. I feel like this is a good idea. So is this the thing that summons? Like in the last round, this is the one that summoned Limodes, so let's try that again, I guess. And let's kick this useless thing. Good. Gain 1 thirst, lose 2 armor, add a random hex card into your deck. I like this kind of playstyle, this almost like self-destructive thing. So we deal 10 damage. This is 9, but 2 bleeding. I think I'm going to go with this. Impale. I like when this thing opens up. That looks so creepy and wonderful. So I just want to see if I understand this correctly. If I click here, I need to get rid of 1 card. And I get 1 of those points. But I can't use them right now because I don't have any action points. Good. Tank. Tank is happening. They're not going to attack, but they're going to buff themselves. Deal damage. We need ruby cards, so that's good. Phalanx is the one. Damage taken is reduced. We don't really need those. I think just going for full-on attack at this point seems more intelligent, because those weird stag human things will not attack. They honestly remind me a big bit of The Last of Us. I think I'll be able to kill 1 this round. Yeah, that's all you can do. I need more rage to use this.
You're already dead.
And now we have her. Honestly, I kind of like her look more in this and this because it looks like she has no... Like she doesn't have the long hair and the long braid. And it kind of fits better. Does that make sense? Okay. We just need to kill. If you played another non-ruby card, this does extra damage. Okay. I feel like these two maybe together are a good idea. I mean, this thing will die, but not with this attack. Wait, damage taken is increased by 20%. That's not already calculated into this. How much is 20% of of these numbers? I think I will just try, because if I understand it correctly, I use the Warpole Strike. Still sounds like a wombat, a cute little thing. I'm going to use that on the Oblitus A, and then this one on the other one. Give blessing. Okay. Can I use that? I can. So now I deal more damage. So this should easily kill that thing. Bye bye. Beautiful. So we only need to deal with one of them now. That's what you want. So they're going to buff themselves soon? We're still in the first round. It's pretty insane. Let's see what it does. Okay. Well, good thing we killed one of them. Damage taken is reduced by 20. Damage dealt is increased by... Okay. So that's basically what I gave my character. So he's attacking this guy. So potentially armoring up would be a good idea, but then at the same time, I think I can just straight up kill it. I can just straight up kill it. Punkt. Because I have 3 characters and I can easily do like almost 20 damage per character. What is Berserk? Decrease the cost of the card by 1 if Magni has 7 or more range. Deal 5 more damage if the target has 2 or more active buffs. See, that's what I mean. That's going to hurt a lot. So I'm going to use this. Why is there that no damage? What? No damage happened. Auri is confused. This one happened. Huh. Strange. Strange going ons. Give 3 armor to all allies. That's what we're going to do now. Because I built up enough rage, and then we're going to
save them.
End the turn. So, how do I get as much damage on this thing as possible? Still not sure why the first one didn't do damage. So basically we have these 2 cards, they are good. What does this one do? This one also does a lot of damage. I think we're going to start with this one. This creature, when it like opens up, reminds me a bit of the yokai, of the demons in Inuyasha. Merciless Whip. Sure. I still think we'll be able to actually kill it. What is the 7? Is that a level?
Forward!
Before it can even do anything. Yeah, we can kill it before it can even do anything. Goddess of Thunder. Fruit of Naraka. Speaking of Inuyasha, Narake is an enemy there. And we get bones, which seems to be the currency here. The resulting potion. Oh my god, there's potion crafting here? And we got 1 achievement. I'm guessing this is from fulfilling the mission. Draft your destiny. Grace of Sentia. Create a copy of the last card you played. Deal 7 damage, bleeding 2. If the target is not afflicted with bleeding, add 2 additional bleeding stacks. Discard 2 random cards, draw 2 random cards. Okay, this one is not for her. I'm just thinking. I feel like this should go to you. Then this should go to you. And this should go to you. I guess. It's like, am I doing the right thing? No, a trap. Enemies and special events are the only thing you have aren't the only thing you have to look out for. Sometimes you might even encounter traps, which can deal great damage and hinder your characters. You will have to disarm or evade them. You can use the trap disarming kit tool to try and disable the trap, but risk high damage should you fail or try and rely on your dexterity to try and dodge it. God, my goodness, do I have like... I have dexterity stats? I'm going to disable this thing. Didn't work. Andorra takes 8 damage. Fan-freaking-tastic. Good. The question is, am I exploring or am I going for the door? I'm kind of tempted to just go for the door because I want to see what's next. But my inner gamer is also like, but what if there is like a treasure chest or something? Choices, choices, choices. I think I'll go left because there's a tree and I like trees. That's not what was promised. A crying maiden sits on the gargantuan roots of a willow tree. Her face is hidden by her slender hands. Forlorn wails grip at the heart of those who pass through, stirring the curiosity of the audacious and alarming the distrustful. It also feels quite... I'm not... like, this is not even criticizing any kind of grammar. It feels like they sometimes purposefully picked the less understandable words. I still don't know what the frick is a reticule. Approach her, might get a buff or suffer damage. Strike her down. Something weird might happen. I'm all for something weird happening. One new battle tile has been added to the map. But we don't know. Oh, it's behind us. Nah. Screw that. Treasure key! Woohoo! So, do we have to go back there? No, we'll... Or maybe we have to kill the monster? We'll figure it out.
Let's dance then!
Oh my goodness! I have so many questions. Does somebody have answers for me? What exactly is this? What is it supposed to be? What is it and how can I never see it ever again? It's called Young Silva. They're both attacking all of us. Also, this one has 4 arms and a head in a basket. I mean, it's creative. Don't get me wrong. Huh. I think I'm just going to go for straight up damage. So... I want to get rid of this thing, please. And having the riposte on myself is, I think, also not a bad idea. Good. Why didn't that do any damage? Oh! Oh, that's what the number is. I now understand. It looked like so much like just the part of the UI, but that's an armor number. Like how much armor the thing has. I guess I should have killed this one first then.
Don't hold back, Shaman.
Sometimes form should follow function. Because while I understand this is a shield, it did not immediately stand out. Okay, this is the perfect example. You don't always start out with the beast within. I was honestly thinking that might be the case, but I guess not. Can I deal bleeding? Ah, there is bleeding. So using this one is a good idea. I think I might put this on both characters even, but this is a unique card, so there's only one of them. Can't even look at more info about it. Yeah, I think I'll put this on this lady here, because bleeding is always good. At least in a game. This card will banish itself for the rest of the battle once played. Yeah, that's how I understood this. Deal 9 damage, gain 1 thirst. So if I use this on this guy, that means no more armor. Where did Limodes come from? So now we're going to take a lot of damage, I'm guessing. The attack animations are really cool, but I feel like they're a bit too fast. I think they could run a bit slower, so you actually know what's going on. Yeah, that's a good idea. Armor for everyone. Blindness, Pity, Curse. All of them are going to attack everyone, which is suboptimal. But I think, again, the point is to go for damage. I shouldn't have gotten rid of the freaking armor. I should go for damage so we can get rid of one of these things at least. What is all of those? Damage taken is increased by 20, damage dealt is reduced by 20. Next attack dealt will inflict 50% less damage. I feel like I should put that on something. Let's put it here. And let's hurt it some more. That looks like a great situation. And that's the end of the turn.
What? Scared to face an Ashram warrior?
Maybe I should have read the mission. You need to help me, people. There's so much going on the screen. I completely missed that I should kill her first. I mean, I can still do that. It just needs a bit of re-coordination, to be honest. If the target is not afflicted with bleeding, add 2 additional stacks of bleeding. Okay, that one goes on her. If another non-ruby card... Okay, I will not play that this round. What is overwhelmed? Do 2 extra damage for each card and or skill with swift played. These don't work together though. I think what I'm going to go for is this one. Wait. Yeah, with this one. So she has now 4 stacks of bleeding. That's beautiful. And now the question is if I use the Vorpal Strike or just this one. Or I should buff myself. That might actually be the best idea here. Stand your ground. Hopefully I can finally summon my friend. No, I can't. That's unfortunate, to be honest. Bleeding, gain 1 thirst. Gain 1 thirst. What is pity? Damage taken is increased. That is good. Also, this card looks terrifying, this face. It's interesting that the character I would suppose, or like I would gather, is the weakest looking, or like the mage, healer, supporter kind of thing, has so much HP. I think this one has less than her. Okay, what do we do? I could do quite a bit of damage with this, and could put the pity on it. Which feels like a good idea. Or should I heal myself a bit? Also feels like a good idea, so I think I'll do this. Hitting her while my eyes are closed and give myself some more armor. So when they will now attack, I'm not demolished. The good thing is I basically don't have to do anything with this one because it's slowly killing itself. Okay, I have the Berserk thing. Deal 5 more damage if the target has 2 or more active buffs. That is true for both of them, which is beautiful. So if I use both of these on her... Again, where's the 5 extra damage? Deal 5 more damage if the target has 2 or more active buffs. Oh. Buffs, not debuffs. Auri needs to learn how to read. Gain 4 armor and protector. But they're again attacking everyone, so the protector is useless. The armor would be kind of good. But I think if I use this, I should be able then to use Hollow Bastion because my rage is high enough. Is there a reason to use this one instead of this one? I can also use this one and deal another point of damage. That feels like a better idea. And now I'm going to give more armor to everyone and end the turn. So a lot of armor is gone, but all of them are still very healthy.
I can't.
She's not very healthy anymore. Good. The beast within. I can finally summon it. Which I think I will do. I need to kill 1 card for it. This one. It's an odd game. I think it just wants to do a lot, aka a bit too much. I like these flowers. Can you give me these flowers, Derek? These ones, I think. Or the blue ones. I would take those too. Good. Deal 4 damage, curse and bleeding. Deal 8 damage. Okay, I think with this we would just kill both of them. No, we can't. This is for single enemy. But that would mean I can kill Clamoris and get the mission. Good. Completed. That's always nice to see, isn't it? So I'm done. Gain 1 thirst. Do I need that? Not really.
Strike true, my blades!
I was honestly thinking that with every turn, like in like whatever game, Hearthstone, Elder Scrolls Legends, you get 1 action point more, but I guess not. We're going to kill the weird creature now. With which attack? We only have 1 attacking thing. Huh. Interesting. So I need to get some new attack skill. Ever Chosen is very helpful for that. That looks dope. So for each card arrow, that's the Swift. But I'm just going to do this, and I think that should kill it. I got bones and a scapegoat. Dope. This looks cool. Remove 1 random buff, deals 17 damage, pity 2. Create a random adaptive card. It will cost 0 AP this turn. What is an adaptive card? What the frick? I don't know what you want from me, game. Also curious if the color of the card and if this starburst is there means rarity. I don't know if that's what it is. Okay, this has different effects depending on who gets it. The Swift seems to be the best effect so far because we have a positive effect with it. Smash is also kind of cool. So either Andorra or Magni. No idea what this is. Remove 1 random buff, deals 17 damage, pity 2. Yeah, Grandma, we were talking about exactly that. Also, hi. It's so weird, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen it in any kind of, like, turn-based, left and right fighting situation. I wonder if there's a reason for it. Might have to do some research. Very, very peculiar. I'm going to start talking like the game. Trying to find the strangest words. So... Deal 17 damage. That is intense. What if I don't have a... Is this just so strong? I mean, it's a 2 cost, so... There is that. 17 damage is intense. Don't know what this is. I'm going to give this to her. I'm going to... give this to him and this to her. Yep, sure. Feels very random. Also, I need to heal her. My goodness. I hear it calling a name. My name. I plead to you, hazy kender of a fable. Do not lead me astray. I want to see this horned lady. I still kind of think that we are the bad guys. Which, admittedly, I sometimes like. But this religious zealotry mixed into it is kind of... meh. Add cards in your deck. Sure. Start a draft. Add 1 card in each deck. Good, maybe we get something. Sic parvis magna. Who knows Latin? My goodness. I thought it's Greek. This is Latin, isn't it? Deal 7 damage. Add 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. So these are neutral. These diamondish emblems. Also, this I thought first is a chicken with a ponytail. True side. Draw 2 cards, gain 3 armor. I feel like the only one that really benefits from that is her because she gouges it so much. Right? Like, she gets rid of so many cards. Deal 6 damage. Fire, walk with me. Random enemy. Okay. The effect of the card will repeat at the start of your next turn. So this is actually pretty high damage. 12. This is nothing special. I think this goes to her. I feel like I'm slowly turning him into the damage dealer. So it's basically 12 damage. And this is weird. This is just a weird card. I'm going to put this to her. This is it. It's also interesting that the cards are illustrated with the characters looking to the right side, but then again the character pictures are faced to the left. Seems like miscommunication. I'm not sure how long you've been watching today. There's a lot of things in this game that are feeling slightly contradictory. I'm not even saying that they feel bad, but it feels like right hand wants to go there, left hand wants to go there. You're onto something. A dark barrier is blocking the passage. The dungeon condition still needs to be fulfilled. Okay, so I can't just run away. That's what you're telling me, huh? Are we going this way or this way? I think I want to finish this little turn here first. The Pyre of Vesta. Firelight at the crossroads catches your attention. A holy sight stands in your way. Make an offering. That's something new. You have found a pyre, a spark born from the great altar of Vesta. Here you can rest and take a breath. But be careful, a pyre can be used only once. Can I go back to it though, is the question. While resting at the pyre, you can perform 4 different actions, each costing 1 AP. Replenish a healing powder charge for every party member. We didn't use those, I completely forgot we have them. Directly heal a single party member. Smelt and remove a card from one deck. Pray to the deity and start a neutral cards draft. Repeating the same action will increase its cost. Once you are satisfied or run out of points, click on the rest button. It feels like there's like 20 different systems in this. Also, yeah. Okay, so we can do healing, we can do refilling, useless. Healing, for her seems actually pretty good. Smelting, don't need that. Start a draft and choose a card of each. So I think healing her is a good idea. And healing... Also, now it costs more. That's what it said. But I still think I want to heal her as well. So it is actually really good to use the powder in battle, so you can then refill it. You can use the free refill here. I'm going to use the draft as well, just to get a couple more cards, why not? Draw 2 hero cards from the deck. They cost 1 less this round. What is a hero card? I feel like the best effect here is the one Magni gets. Hateful Strike. The next card played will trigger its effect twice. Why is it called Hatred? Could have been called Intensity or something. Cool card though. I really like that design. Random enemy deals 6 damage. We had that already. We gave that to him. So let's give this to her, and let's give this to lovely little blind girl with demons. Stannis! Oh my goodness! Hello there! How is you? How are you? Long time no seen. Way too long. Welcome to a weird game. Intriguing though. Still not arguing against that aspect. I'm guessing I get more cards, or do I, like, take some out? Remove a card. They all have 25 cards. Can I go back? No, so once I click on it, I have to do it. Whose card am I kicking? I think yours, actually. I think... I think one of these. I think this one can go. Ooh. Okay, that reminded me of Inscryption, when you burned a card to make a new one. God damn it, I really want to play that game again. Should check out if they... what they did. If the Casey mod is now out of beta or something. Do you want to rest now? Yes, please. Thank you. So this is the equivalent of the campfires in the Dark Souls game. Praise the sun. We've barely made a step and this place already gives me the creeps. What's up with all these colors? My eyes hurt. Everything here feels eerie. The creatures too are behaving strangely. You literally just saw a freaking deer that had no head, but instead a weird tangled mess of intestines and like 20 feet on top. And you're wondering about things behaving strangely. Also, these flowers are cool still. You didn't expect me to be streaming here. Yeah, I know. I think I need to make it even more clear because you're not the first one that's been telling me that today. But so cool to have you here now. We're trying something new. Almost like soldiers protecting their bastion. I wonder why. This hair would drive me crazy if that would be mine. To be honest.
Whatever.
Damn me if I have any idea. I just know that I want to end this ugly ordeal as soon as possible. I don't know about you, but now I feel bad. I mean, in this case, aren't we the invaders, I think? That's like, Hans, are we the bad guys? Are you working particularly hard to piss me off today? Yes, I mean, no. What good are you even for besides spouting such scaredy nonsense? Aren't they nice to each other? Come on now, we're companions, no need for friendly fire. See, again, this feels off in a game that is supposedly set in some, like, mythological age where people wore armor like this. It's not that I'm scared. Actually, I'm glad to be here with you. You two are strong, so there's no reason to worry. It's just that, well, I'm not really good at, you know, conversation.
Right.
This is the first time you've ever left your village, right? Yeah, but back home. Okay. Again, am I supposed to care deeply about these characters? With all the lore going on, it feels like it would have been more comfortable or more engaging if these would have been much more archetypical. And, like, I'm not sure if this aspect is necessary. If it's necessary to know about their lives. Because especially in games like this, usually the world is more important. When you have so much lore in it. Like, take for example Hades, which is, I would say, like, underworld, kind of similar to this in setting. But in Hades, it's all about the personal interactions between the characters. The world is not, like the world is, yeah, it's the underworld, but it's not as important. And here it's kind of, yeah, you're supposed to care about all the systems, about the lore of the world, and about the characters. And, yeah. It's a lot. Exactly, my problem as well, Grandma. This stark contrast between the different art styles, between the different systems, But I like the flowers. They're weird and strange and wonderful, and I think if those would be real, you could make a lot of money with them. But now it feels good. I mean, camping next to a warm fire, chatting with friends in the middle of the underworld with skull flowers behind me. Well, it would be better to practice your conversation skills while you can. True, because we're supposed to die, one of our groups. Uh-huh. Okay, I didn't read that out loud, but he just said we have to take the oath of silence. Okay, so let me piece this together. There are 4 groups of people. 4 tribes. They send a vestal, which I think, if my Latin is somewhat okay, means something akin to, like, sacrificial. And all of these vessels, those 4 people, of which one will die, have guardians. All of them have 2 guardians. And he just said the guardians need to take an oath of silence. So they can't talk about what happens in this place? Or... But do only the guardians need to do that, or also the surviving vestals? So much info, so many information, so much stuff that doesn't have answers. Is it the first mission? So if I feel like at the end of everyone will die and the real game will start. This is the first dungeon we're in, yeah. But we're kind of in the underworld already, so we can't really die. I mean, we're supposed to die, but like, it seems like that's kind of a plot point, so if it would happen before it... Actually, that's a good point, like, how does that work? Like, if there's only one of those people is supposed to die in this holy war, but what if they died before to some stupid little mob in the dungeon? That feels kind of horrible. Sometimes you can find lucky arcana events while exploring and be granted great boons by them. There is a small chance of encountering them, which rises every time you discover other events while exploring. So, bad luck protection. I dig that. I don't like these things. See, being a journalist and being told by editors way too many times that I do shit like this, and by now I finally got better at not having, like, double spaces or similar things. I feel like this is relatively easily fixable before you put a text in a game. But again, this is still a demo. The full game is releasing in middle of April, so maybe all of this is fixed. Also, this looks cool and creepy. Not exactly what I would think of when I think of the Hanged Man. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know, I recently consumed a lot of Pokemon again. Do you see this little thing here? This flower? I know it's supposed to be a rose with, like, the stem here. But if you look at it slightly differently, with this being the bottom and this being the hair, this looks like a smoochum. You can look that up now. You're doing hobby projects, Dennis. Are you carving some cool stuff again? Your QB carving is always with me in the kitchen. Keeping me company. The man wanted to know. Even after climbing so high, his resolve had not wavered once. Do you really think you're going to see the future like this, you half-baked cretin? Again, they could have just written you half-baked idiot or something like it. It's like they're purposefully picking the complex, difficult words. The unbelievers flocking under the tree laughed at him with scorn and disdain. The man tightened the hose around his ankle and jumped down. Swinging there in the wind, he saw what others couldn't, and when the great wave took them all, he was the only one left. Okay. Might get a strong buff or ask for protection. I like the risk. The party starts the next 2 battles with starting shield 5. That is pretty cool, to be honest. Tripwire. And Dora takes 6 damage. Beautiful. We're fighting against a mantis with a weird head and 3 swords through it. It's called Sanies. Kill an enemy that has 2 or more debuffs. Doable. Most certainly doable. What do we have? We have the Weight of Greed. Getting cards in exchange for losing cards. None of them have armor. You have to go, Jakub. Then thank you for stopping by. I hope you had some fun with me and this, whatever it is. And see you soon. Bye-bye. Restless Spirits. Single enemy. Blindness, Pity 2, Curse 2. See, this is what we need later because we need 2 debuffs on people. Smash only works when there's armor. I'm slowly getting all those terms down, which is kind of cool. They're both attacking... No, actually, this one is attacking only her. So setting up Protector is not a bad idea at all. So I think we'll just start out with that. So we can protect our lovely lady friend. And then we're going to deal some damage. I think. Or... Huh. Am I dealing damage or am I setting up some more defense? I feel like this might be the first fight where being a bit more strategic in the Holy Trinity department, or even though it's more like Holy Duo department because she's not a healer, might be better actually. I mean, sure, why not? He's very buff now. And this turn, and let's take some damage.
Onward, Thunderborns!
Okay, we have the damage dealt is reduced by 20%. That is suboptimal. But she doesn't have that. We're always going to start out with using my champion skill. Also, there is supposedly 3 more. Also, I have the potion. Also, these characters can get trinkets and passive abilities. It's slightly overwhelming. I still think I want to kill this one first. Because it just creeps me out more. This one deals 10 damage. 9... Oh, nice combination. Nice combination possible. If I use this one and then this one, that's a nice chunk, isn't it? I think I'll just get rid of this card. Not really necessary in her current hand. It's kind of weird, to be honest, to play basically with 3 different decks at once. And to not know what is currently in the hands of the other characters. So... It's like, either you keep in mind what everyone can do and will do, etc., or you kind of screwed. Draw 2 cards, gain 3 armor. Nope, nope. What is hatred again? The next card played will trigger its effect twice. I want a lot of cards on my hand, I guess. I can quadruple the effect by using this and this one. But I think I want this one to just... Like, she doesn't have any damaging move at the moment, so using this one and then this one seems like a good idea. So, hateful strike. Could have used it for a lot of damage, but I literally didn't have any damage, so this seems like a good plan. I obviously can't use any cards, or at least not many, but I can do this and get rid of which card? Gain 1 thirst, lose 2 armor. This is not the best idea to lose my defense mechanism. Add a random hex card into the deck. Let's get rid of one of these. And that's it. I think we'll get attacked again now.
Not on my watch.
The transitions, I think, is the other problem. I think they're a bit, like... I wanted to say edgy to mean, like, that they're not very smooth, but that's not the right word. Although edgy is very much the right word for this game, to be honest. Gain 4 armor and protection. This one will buff itself, so I think we should just slowly try to kill it. Seems like a good idea. WebJ! See, that's the big downside at the moment of YouTube versus Twitch, is I don't see your lovely emotes rolling around. But high five. I guess it's a wave. How are you doing, WebJ? Great to see you. Oh, it makes me so happy. I just realized that my cheeks are like not hurting, but it's like it's hurting a bit from grinning so much because it makes me so happy to see people. You're convinced that a Japanophile made this game. Everything is overly complicated. There is anime art style on the characters and the positioning of heroes is taken from JRPGs. I mean, but wouldn't that be like the freaking team switched? It's still weird that they're on the right and the enemies on the left. I have the urge to write the developers and ask why. Or maybe it's already written somewhere. If somebody wants to spend a couple moments to ask Google if there's a reason for this, but I think because the game is not out yet, you will probably not get an answer. Gain 5 armor, riposte, protector, phalanx. Well, first let's do the hollow bastion. So armor for everyone. You just got home from the pub. Well, that's I understand. That probably very relaxing and fun evening. I'm doing pretty good. As I said, I'm grinding a lot because it makes me happy to stream finally again, and to have people show up is like the biggest joy I can imagine. So yeah, still not sure what to think about the game though. It's a question. Do I have anything to really hurt? It's so strange that the cards... Do all cards get shuffled back into the deck, or do they get tossed if I don't use them? I'm not sure I 100% understand this. Bulwark of the East. What is Rage again? Rage is this. I also gain Rage just for doing attacks, so... is there anything... I think I'll just outright attack. Like, she will attack all of us, which I can't protect from. So, here we go. I like the extra missions. Those are fun. That you have to like plan around
Is this the
how
best
you're
you
going
can
to
do?
kill things. Wow, that is intense. Deal 2 extra damage for each card and or skill with Swift played in this turn. She's a Swift lady. Deal a lot of damage, deal a lot of damage. I can't kill it. Stendis? I think you might be allowed to get hyped for regular streams. At least if I have my freaking way. I can finally sit again for prolonged periods of time, so that's the first important step. And apart from that, I also just like I need to do this again, and I'm so happy. Also, I really want to give like this YouTube thing a proper try, I think. Really, in Final Fantasy, there are games where the heroes are on the right. Interesting. I need to look that up. I mean, I trust you, obviously, but I always want to learn. Okay, Swift, Blessing to 4 armor. Using a Swift card, and then this one seems like a good idea. I can't use 3 cards, sadly, which makes me a bit sad. And I can't use a Ruby card. So I can either use this one and this one, or I can use this one and this one. I think I'll go this way. I wish you could make like combinational things more. That would be nice. Yes, Dennis, I agree 100%. I also think it's very, very nice. Oi, this is dangerous. I think we now need to slowly really kill it. Deal 20 damage. That is an intense card. But she's also the most likely character. Question is, what happens first? The damage or the debuffs? Because that will change a lot of things. I guess I just have to try. So either I'll now finish the mission or not yet.
Just a
Oh my
taste.
goodness, is that a crit? That was a crit. Holy frick. But now they have debuffs, so now I can just kill this one. My goodness. Deal 20 damage. What is all? I can't do it anymore. It's with two cost. A 2 cost card is too high of a cost card. So I guess I'll use this one. But will I kill this? No, it's just buffing itself again. It will just die from the bleeding. So I'll impale the Clamores. Where's my friend gone? If I crit, she goes away. Limodes, where are you? So the mantis should die now.
Them. And we will.
Or at the end of the turn, I guess. I guess before that I will kill her normally. I can just do this and then whip the people into shape. Come, my friend. Still would like to know what the heck this card is. Create a random card. Are we risking it? Why not? Amor Fati. Just cause. Okay. Deal damage and draw 1 card with the thirst requirement. Is that good? I think I want to use it. I think I'll just outright... Will I just kill this one or this one? This will kill itself. I love the effect when she opens up, but it's so sudden, it's like this dump dump, gone again.
I've had worse.
But interesting that they are like that this might be inspired by a like classic JRPG. Although maybe not so confusing, because if you look at some of them, I mean even Final Fantasy, there is also a lot of religious undertones. We can just kill both of these, basically. One after the other. One after the other. So if I do this, this will be a complete overkill. But sure. And the mission is complete. Beautiful. Bye-bye. I'm almost at my, I think, second reward? Huh. And we got more cards. This one, I kind of really like. Do they mean just cause, as in just because I wanted? Honestly, yeah. I find that also better, to be honest. We don't need justice in this. We just need moody teenagers, which these guys certainly look like. Was the mantis beheaded or just after mating? That would actually be a fun background lore for that creature. For all of you that don't know, if mantises have some adult fun times, then the guy doesn't survive that. What do I do? It's like Black Knight. Deal 4 damage, deal 1 extra damage for every point of armor on yourself. Well, that is easy. Random enemy deals 6 damage and hatred. I already have 1 hatred in her deck, so I want to put that in hers, and good. Sometimes it's not so difficult. We found another pyre and we again didn't use the potion. Okay, if I walk away, can I go back? Let's try that. That's creepy. A casket of splendid solace in the midst of peril is always a welcome sight for sore eyes and empty pockets. Alas, only the holder of a greater blessing may revel in such divine favor. Okay. Oh my god! Well, I have to pray now. Thank you. Offerings of the Dead. Increase your maximum HP by 10. Oh, that's a trinket! Now it's getting even more complex. Trap disarming kit, really cool. Will orb, determination distilled in a vibrant blue gem. It can be used in the Dark Forge to boost the will of the party. Iron grass, used as a component to craft potions if mixed with a solvent. There is crafting potions, there is crafting weapons. This is an in-depth game. Used as a component to craft potion again. And currency. This is like system upon system upon system upon system. Let's fight this thing. I can't go back. Wait, I wanted to check if I can go back to this one. Okay, no. So, if I leave, it's just gone. Sadness. There are 2 mantises. And they just attack me. Okay, I'll be quickly gone to the bathroom, and I'll be back in a second. You can theorize what happened to this mantis to make it look like that. is back. I'm back. And my dog gave me a very confused look. Like, are you coming now or not? And the answer is no. But I guess he comes to me. Hello, Cubie. How are you doing? Hello. I need to stream, my friend. We can't have attention now. We need to kill some mantises. Or Sanies, as they are called. Good. So one of them is very fast. Which cards do we have? We have this one, where we need to play ruby cards. Non-ruby cards before to deal extra damage. Damage. If he was beheaded, then the swords in the back seem like an overkill. This was obviously done in the heat of the moment. My hypothesis is that he was found cheating on his wife. So maybe if he was cheating on his wife... Wait, theorize for a moment and you can say hello to the doggo. So maybe he cheated on his wife with another mantis, and while that mantis... Yubi, you need to learn about mantises. While that mantis bit his head off in the heat of the moment, the wife stabbed him with not one but 3 swords at once. Sounds like a solid theory. What do you think, Dogo? What do you think? Good. Yeah, QB is now the streamer. I'm just going to hide behind him. Okay. I think you need to leave now again, though, because this requires concentration. You can stay in the room. Seriously, if it would be up to him, he would just stay. He would just expect me to play one-handed or with my nose or toes or something. That was a nice rhyme. Inflict bleeding 2 or more on a single enemy. That's easily doable. We already had that. So, a game theory. Yep. I think Beacon of Hope followed by the Lightning Strike twice is actually kind of good. Is actually kind of a good combination. Do we want to kill this thing buffing itself first? Probably, huh? Yeah. First we need to swift a card, and then we're going to do the lightning strikes twice. Even though it only strikes once. Like, she's attacking only once when the attack is called lightning strikes twice. That's bothering me. Oh, wait, that's a neutral card. It's not the one with the diamond. Case closed, another game murder solved. Yep, not as fancy as Five Nights at Freddy's, but... I think we're onto something. Holy hell, that was a lot of damage. Phalanx 2, Tenacity 2, gain 4 armor for everyone. That is not a bad deal. Very much not. He doesn't have any rage, so we need to build some. But I really feel like Oathbound Goliath is currently a good idea. To just give ourselves a bit of defense. A defense system against the madness. Let's do that. And that's already his whole turn.
But you want to.
I can't, but you want to. Good. We need to inflict bleeding, right? This card would be perfect, but we don't have Limodes. We could just try what happens when we... I like this card. It's like when you use Metronome in a Pokemon game. Wait, can I do this and then this? I don't know if I can, but I will. That's like what she just said. That is so cool. Gain 4 armor, and yeah, this is kind of useless. But it's free, so obviously we'll use it. We get rid of the sword. And now create another adaptive card, obviously. Because why not? Deal 9 damage. That's okay. Which one are we getting rid of? This one. And that's the end of her turn.
Is this the best you can do?
Is this the best you can do? Yes. Okay. So we should use... Do we have anything with... There's a Swift card. Deal 2 extra damage for each card. Yeah, that's the one we already have here. What is Sinuous? Reduce the cost of the card by 1 for each card and or skill with Swift. So I think Everchosen. Wait. Reduce the cost of the card by 1 for each. So if I play 2 Swift cards, but I don't have one, so maybe if I get one when using Swift, that would be kind of cool. Let's do that. Bye-bye. I think the tails are simply there to make them a bit more weird and a bit... maybe also a bit more balanced. Because if you imagine, like, this posture, like, there's this joint here that is slightly disjointed. This is slightly problematic if you think about how much this part of the mantis would weigh in comparison to these spindly legs. And who knows, maybe the head is made out of granite or marble or something. So obviously those creatures need the tail to balance everything out, you know? Did I get a Swift card? Of course I didn't. But it's still okay. So this does 12 damage. This does 12 damage, this does only 10 damage, but it gives me a riposte, which is great. But no matter what, I'll first do this. It's a sword supporting joint. Overwhelm. Deal 2 extra damage for each card. Yeah, that's what we already had. I think this one is the wiser choice. Getting a riposte. Yep, let's do that. So close to dying. Was that a crit or something? Because then I should have used this one. You always know more at the end of it. That's how it works. Oh, shields. Shields for everyone. Inflict bleeding 2 or more on a single enemy. Well, I would like to, but actually I can now. Increase critical chance, damage dealt is okay. So if I just put that... Wait, this is not... this only has bleeding in the extra... in the extra version. I'm going to do this first. Get rid of this one. Huh. What do we do? The effect of the card will repeat at the start of your next turn. So, here, I guess, not before. Otherwise this would be a nice way to kill it. Deal 8 damage. I guess we can just kill this one. Which would probably not be a bad idea. To have one less thing running around. So... Wait, what is pity again? Damage taken is increased by 20%. I guess we won't be killing this. Because this makes so much more sense to put on the thing with more health, obviously. There you go. Oh. I also have the urge to use my healing potion thing. Yeah, I think Just so she's at full health, and if we stumble upon another pyre, I won't be sad. Oh, that healing sound effect is probably one of the least satisfying ones I've ever heard, period. Horrible. End turn.
I've had worse.
Oh, by the way, I did the mission. How did I do that? I thought it only applied bleeding when Lamudes, the weird mouth creature, is out. Whew, we need Smash. Hulk Smash. There's, of course, now we don't have a single one with Smash. Remove one random buff. Deal 17 damage. Okay, sure. Elliot! Hi! Look who the cat directed. How are you doing? That's such a nice surprise. I hope you're doing good. Okay, so how do we do this? I'm not sure if killing mantises that are already pretty undead looking and creepy is actually a good way to spend the night, at least not IRL. Putting this on this is a good idea, I think. Although, we now need to kill something. We need to kill this one. The cat drags you all over the place. Well, I'm glad then that the cat brought you here. I have some cats too. Deal 5 more damage if the target has 2 or more active buffs, which we have. So it deals 11 damage, which should kill this one, right? It worked! True, for you it's pretty early in the morning, right? So you would be getting ready for work. Cool that you said hi. Makes me very happy. See, that's already like a big reason that I'm happy that I tried YouTube streaming. Press the attack. Should we attack more is the question, or should I put up the protector? Well, till this thing attacks again, honestly it will be just dead, period. So let's do that. Not quite enough to get the Hollow Bastion up, sadly.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Isn't that something a character from Overwatch says? I mean, chances are pretty high, because it's a pretty generic term, but... Huh. Okay, we start with the same character that we just ended with. I wonder if this order of things is completely randomized. There doesn't seem to be any kind of logic to it. So see, now they sadly don't have armor anymore, otherwise this would have hurt. 8 damage. 8 damage, 8 damage. Or Weight of Greed and see what I get. Are we going no risk, no fun? No. I want to get the Hollow Bastion up just to be sure. Oh, I want a holy effect, like the classic sound effects, like when you played Worms, for example, and you had the holy hand grenade, and it's like this. Hallelujah. Sounds like something Soldier 76 would say. True. Actually, honestly, I might confuse this with XCOM. Sometimes my brain builds weird bridges, and in XCOM you have the skill that you hunker down and like wait for the enemy to move, which is called Overwatch. And maybe my brain just did weird mumbo jumbo and combined those two things. I wouldn't put it past it, to be honest. Deal 8 damage. I think that is probably the easiest answer because we will kill it no matter what with the other two characters. And turn.
Salvation by my hands.
Salvation by my hands. Beautiful. Let's do some damage. That's a lot. That is a lot. Martial prowess. The next card played will trigger its effect twice. Oh my god, you could make crazy combinations with that, to be honest. Everything will kill it, right? I'm not missing something. No. Pretty much any card on my hand will immediately kill it. So I'm going to use Hatred just for the BM. And another Mantis finds its end. Draft your destiny. Draw one card with the keyword Swift. Gain 1 rage. Draw one card with the thirst requirement. I mean, for Ishana that basically means getting a good card. For Andorra it gives her the speed her deck needs. I must admit, as I said, I've been criticizing quite a bit, but at the same time, there is a lot of bits and details in this game that I'm really appreciative of, and having those 3 different decks is a really fun experience. It's complex, and I think once we go back to the hub, there will be more systems and might be a bit too much. But nonetheless, I think if you're into this kind of stuff, this game can be a ton of fun and like mind-bendingly complicated. In a good way, in a good way. Deal 7 damage and 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. I think I gave that to him. So let's do it again. Because why not? I'm torn where this should go. It's a just cause again, just because. Draw 2 cards, gain 3 armor. That's also an initiative card that gives you some speed in your playing. So... I think I want to do this. There's probably like a proper way to do this, but I haven't figured it out yet. Also, I'm horrible. Like, whose idea was it to... whose idea was it to put this dungeon this way? You always have to imagine yourself in the position of your characters, so to actually use the keys, the key keys, the WASD keys correctly. Because I keep pressing the wrong one to get in the wrong direction. It's angled weirdly. Hidden among the luscious greenery lies an omen. Your wide eyes match with the trembling corner of your mouth. What? Could this feeble creature, born of prodigious mystery, harbor ill intentions? Prodigious mystery? Or could it be a herald of disaster? Honestly, there could be a fun drinking game in this one. Every time you read a word you don't know what exactly it means, you take a shot. You will be hammered in no time. Or could it be the herald of disaster, carrying itself on meager wings to signal great distress on your path? Clench your fists tighter as you try to clear your mind, hypnotized by those drawings of death. Sure. Hey, we evaded it. Fight time. Hey, we have these things in. I don't know what to think of them. XCOM is a great game, but it's in some moments it's very unforgiving. Yeah, I very much agree. Okay, we have Oblitus, A and B. How do we start this? I need to get back into the groove again. Single enemy, blindness, pity, curse. Doesn't feel like the worst idea to do this, to be honest. or we just start out by giving everyone a bit of a buff, which is probably an even better idea. Yup.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
We didn't get the Beast Within in a while, so I'm kind of glad we got it now. I was just thinking, what happens if I do Hatred? Do I get 2 beasts? Probably not. So we're definitely going to use the Beast Within, followed by... I honestly think Merciless Whip is good in this situation. Beast Within, followed by Merciless Whip. Bye bye shield. Let's annoy these tree, deer, human things.
Forward!
Yeah, exactly. That's the feeling I also get. As if they went through dictionaries and picked cool looking and sounding words. That's exactly how it feels. Defeat all enemies within 3 rounds. I don't think that's going to happen. That might be the first mission I'll fail. What do I do? Don't have very effective cards here. I think I'll start with this one. Just to get some momentum going. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Deal 8 damage and riposte. I'm not getting attacked by anyone, so riposte on me is kind of useless, sadly. Blessing and armor. Is not bad. It would be much more interesting if I could use this on the other characters, but from what I've seen, I don't think I can. Deal 8 damage. Draw 1 card with the Swift keyword. Bye-bye Beacon of Hope. Deal 7 plus 1 damage. Add 1 extra damage for each neutral card. I only have 1. I sadly threw the other one away. 8 damage or 8 damage? Difficult. Which one are we attacking? Frick, this one has a lot of armor. That's very, very, very definitive of Civilization. Relax and send nukes. I was like, relax or send nukes. That is kind of how I play that game. It's like either you have a pretty chill time or you're going full warmonger mode. Deal 9 damage. Why not? Should have maybe blessed before. That would have been more intelligent. Oh my goodness. Now we're talking. That was perfect round to get this one. Ooh. That is dope as frig. Bye-bye. Maybe I can finish it in 3 rounds. I think I'm still in the second one, so...
Rage fuels me.
Happiness. Next one. See, now we're again in for a bit of a problem. This one has so much armor. Time to do some schoolwork. Well then, Nivika, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you had a good time. As always. No, thank you very much, and I hope you'll have a nice evening, even with schoolwork, and see you soon. Good. How do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? We recently watched a really interesting video on Civilization, I think it was, by the, how's he called? The Spiffing Brit, who has like a zombie mode hack where the barbarians are basically your army, without ever having an own city. It's kind of fun. I like when people break games. Discard 2 random cards, draw 2 random cards. I think that might be a good idea. If we get a smash, that would be dope. Almost. It looks very similar. But no. So close. Remove 1 random buff, deal 70 damage. Might be the way to go, to be honest. Yeah, that got rid of all the armor.
We have to save them.
And we will.
We have this one again. The random card. Single enemy, leech 9 damage. 9 damage is not enough, I would say. Let's check what we get. I think that is really the fun part here. Well, 8 is pretty good as well. So we have 8 damage and either 9 plus healing. Okay. Healing is actually a good idea because I'm pretty damn low, and this is the only character that I actually used my potion powder on. So I think we'll do that. Insatiable hunger.
Onward, Thunderborns!
Onward, Thunderborns! A deity level will be consumed to activate this effect, if available. How do I activate it? I can't do it purposefully, I guess. Okay, yeah, he's one of them, definitely. I mean, between him and... Hi, my name is Josh. It's basically a game dev's worst nightmare. This one is bleeding, so that's not really interesting. The Fangs of Dalham. I could get Blessing and then do some damage with something. I could use this and then this and deal extra yeah, I think that is the way to go. Bye-bye sword. Now we have 2 of those. Sadly, doesn't help us much. But we'll do a lot of damage. We completed another mission. We're doing good in that regard, I think. And this thing again. My goodness. Enlightenment, that's a new one. Gain 1 extra AP at the start of next turn. That's kind of cool. I will put this into her deck. I will put this into her deck. And I guess I will... No. Let's do this. Shall I tell you what else this game is? It's freaking long. Like, it said 1 dungeon has 4 levels. Of course, it's in the last field you ever enter. Remember how I said I bet there's a treasure chest or something here? I was right with the O's or something. You would think these are the power ones. The pyre ones. The barrier is gone. You can open the gate. I feel like we've been walking in circles for ages. I need a break. Speaking of... Is it wise to stop in the middle of nowhere? Where else would you stop? Exactly! True, Andorra. There is no somewhere here. She's grumpy. I hear footsteps. Tired already? You used to be much more athletic, Anra. How do you get from Andorra to Okay, the dough is gone. The dough is gone. Anra, what are you doing here? Did you forget that this burden was bestowed upon both of our clans? We might be allies, but it won't last forever. We weren't allies. You were nowhere to be found the whole time.
That's enough.
Lonan, I suggest you calm your lively spirit. Right now. She's the kind of character I like voicing. Forgive me, my Vestal. What is... Holy Vestal, I'm sorry too. I apologize for my partner's misconduct. This feels like... With the Vestal and the Latin, it feels like they need a different speech pattern. Does that make sense? We shall calm our lively spirits right now. Isn't lively... Okay. I guess lively here means something along the lines of temperamental. But doesn't lively actually mean like joyous or happy? Or am I mixing shit up? Eris is still alive. There's no need to jump at each other's throat. I want that moon. For now.
What?
How do you know Eris is still alive? What a stupid question. It feels like he needs like a Donald Duck voice. Like the whole time, always up for a fight. At least make an effort to remain cautious, Lonan. I can sense her. After all, she was a Vestal of Sentia like me. There's another double space. Though her powers are still much stronger than I expected. Holy Vestal, haven't we wasted enough time loitering here? We need to reach the betrayer as soon as possible, so that we'll finally wash this shameful stain away from Sentia's pride. That's not how people talk, is it? A moment spent with our allies won't change what our fate has in store for us. Your determination is admirable. However, do not let your righteous bravery become deadly arrogance. It feels like you could meme on this game very, very well. We're facing a powerful foe that requires the utmost caution. So why only send 3 freaking people? And he looks like he spends way too much money on mascara. You're right, fellow Guardian. Come what may, we are absolutely ready to sacrifice our lives for that. That's how you look. Absolutely ready to die. We shall protect our most holy Vestal, Radiant Jewel of Sentia, until the very end. And what then? What's up with them? Well, quite the Guardians, aren't they? It feels like she has 2 friends and she has 2 servants. Quite a troublesome bunch. So, how are you feeling, Anra? Okay. There are times when the choice of an individual can alter the course of history. Think carefully. Each of these choices can have unforeseen repercussions. She looks at you expectantly. What will you do? Open up, keep your distance. Nah. Go away. It's none of your business. They don't seem like she would be willing to open up. Trying to act tough, no? How cold. Well, don't forget to rest between one heroic deed and the next. Great Vestal of Ashram. Like even this, just that there's normal dialogues like this and then voiced ones, and sometimes you have sentences popping up. The pyres are a surprisingly good spot for a nap. Feels like that should be mentioned before, so I actually know what to expect. Oh, new entry pyres. Right now, resting is not my top priority. This is not a leisure trip after all. Is it leisure or leisure? Is it a British versus American situation? You'd better take it seriously. Oh, that really takes me back. Still, don't underestimate my resolve. I also find it an interesting choice to have such a gigantic chat box and only ever have like sentences that are this long. There's so many things in this game where I'm like, this is not bad or like horrible or wrong. It's just strange or weird. I also want to protect something at all costs. Your moon? Anyway, Have you seen the other Vestals yet? No, and maybe that's for the better. Definitely. Even if you wanted to kick off the Vestal carnage first, you'd have to wait until the task is completed. The sacred duel, remember? If you were to ambush another Vestal before that, you wouldn't be able to perform the ascension once the war is done. What do you ascend to? I know. We won't get anywhere with this. This way. Let's just call it a day and go back to the cathedral. It's not bad, just nonsense. It's just overly everything. But we don't know where the pulley is. What pulley? The altar. We are the sworn guardians of the Vestals, so we are under the protection of the fire too. The fire can call us back on its own on certain occasions, but we can use them to return to the cathedral whenever we want. Let's take this chance to rest and report to the Divine Child then. We still have something to do here, but we'll meet again later. Now, hurry. Again, so much dialogue, so much. It feels like you need to, like like you're supposed to care, but I don't. I think it might be also a problem again with the main characters are not like characters that you immediately like. Those are cool. I want to be like them. I want to be their friend or something like it. My goodness. It feels my hair color is very in line with this, because two of the characters I'm playing as have white hair and one has black gray with white. Why didn't they come back with us? Welcome back, warriors. Most revered, we located the betrayer's hideout, but we were unable to reach it. No matter how long we walked, we were unable to get any closer. You didn't walk that far, to be honest. You just had to make a detour to get the freaking key. It seems that the betrayer still tightly wields some remnant of power. We are totally the bad guys, and this betrayer is the good one. It feels like you're going to play this, and then at the halfway point, roughly, everything will just flip around. Which is actually something one of my favorite book series ever has done. Still can't quite get over that. Is there no way to reach her? There's always a way, child. When the sin was consummated, Eris was not alone. Like, Eris is again a Greek goddess. Eris is the one that sowed discord among the gods, because she wasn't invited to a celebration with the other gods at Olympus. And so she made a golden apple, and the golden apple said, "To the fairest of them all." And she left it there, basically, and carnage ensued. Because all the female goddesses were like, I'm the prettiest one, I'm the best one. That's Eris. She corrupted the 8 guardians, using their misguided strength as the foundation for her false kingdom. 8 guardians. So we have 4 tribes with teams of 3. One of them is the Vestal, 2 guardians, and 8 guardians for Eris. There's a lot of numbers in this. For centuries, we have tried to cull these harbingers of hers in order to weaken their grasp over the holy grounds. And now, of all of them, only one remains. His name is Sigurd, once a warden from Flammen. This is again very JRPG reminiscent, using a German word in the middle of English or Japanese. Flammen is flames, by the way. And one of the most powerful guardians ever known. His demise might be the last push we need to knock over the castle of lies. My children, now gather your strength and slay this apostate phantom. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. This bullshit again. I don't like this back and forth, this like sacrifice, people atone, and through our fratricide may life be reborn. Fratricide is not something good, dudes. I'm going to look up Sigurd. I feel like they should have added a picture here, because who will remember who Anjali is sometime down the line? Where is he? There's so much text. It's like the narrative designer had a lot of fun with this. This Sigurd, even the Herald seems to respect his strength.
Right.
Don't worry, as long as my shield still stands, he won't lay a finger on you too. Huh? A useless vessel and a simple-minded girl. No wonder you'd gladly hide behind him.
A fierce woman appeared in front of them at the end of the staircase.
And now we have voiced stuff again.
Accompanied by her 2 guardians. Their dark skin was adorned with precious weavings of red ink, and brash grins sat smugly on their lips.
Like the puny cowards you are.
Is that a Scottish accent?
Amara, the only vessel that can hold her own against the flamenco. And the one who will put an end to your miserable croaking.
What kind of accent is that supposed to be? Holy fuck, she's buff. You're looking to start a fight while still on sacred grounds. Pathetic.
So,
Does it bother you that much, little one? You feel you might be too blasphemous for these hollowed halls? That's how she talks. Amara. It feels also like there's too many characters starting with A. It's slowly getting confusing between Andorra, Amara, and Anjali. The divine child can't wait to see blood flow, you know? I bet he'd be too disgustingly excited about it to care about decorum. I like her clothes thing. Gotta hand it to you, at least you brought one guardian worthy of his title. A shame it had to be a half-blood. What's going on now? Is that why you keep that bucket on? Why is he a half-blood? A half-blood of what?
Damn you!
Are you gonna let her spew crap at you like that? Don't fall for their taunts, ever-chosen. So she's the ever-chosen. Is that supposed to be Delilah? Okay, I understand. Like, reading the chat, I understand now why this character is in the game, I guess. The devs know their target audience. You should take an example from the big guy, no? It's so easy to rile you up. Dalila or Delilah? He's cool. So you can have the other one, I can take this one. I like the feather shit here and the hairstyle. That's the animalistic tribe. That's the one I wanted to play as. Sadness. I wanted to have that, not this. I mean, look at that. He's called Gal. Like a slang way to say girl. A weak mind is a sign of an unfit commander. Piss off! Look, we'll make it easy. First we're gonna kill Eris, and then we'll come for you. Now it slowly has some almost Hunger Game vibes to me. Like the fact that there's those different like districts or part of this world, and they send a tribute to fight and to ultimately potentially die. There are some similarities. Not if I slit your throat first. Ever-chosen, maybe it's better if we just leave. Don't bother, I'm done talking. Our strength will speak for us next time we meet. See ya! She's so small! Like, she's much smaller than her. Maybe it's just a weird angle. Who were those people? Well, she can't see, so that's kind of problematic. The Dalam tribe. We are enemies, so such pleasantries are nothing special to us. Amara, Gel, and Delilah. Do you people want to know more about Amara? The Fangs, or how the Delham refer to their holy Vestals, have always been renowned for their combat prowess and sheer determination. The thriving of their tribe is a clear testament to that. Amara has come to the cathedral seemingly without a care and ready to pick a fight with whoever stands in her way, especially if it's an ashram. Accompanied by two well-renowned warriors, she has shown an almost careless attitude, as if the War of Ascension means nothing to her. Many faithful of the cathedral fear this lack of interest, yet the Fangs seem unfazed by all of this, as if she was pleased with just being here. Does it say that they have to, like, take the... No. I want to learn more why they're not allowed to talk after all of this stuff. There's too much text. Screw that. Should have been named Wilson. Football. Yeah, looks a bit like it. To me, he's the facepalm guy. It's like doing this too often that it ultimately imprints in your armor. We'll repay them back. We'll repay them back. No, that's not a word. It's either we pay them back or we will repay them soon enough. Repay them back is like a double negative. For now, there's something else weighing on my mind. Why did she decide to stay behind in Naraka? He's still thinking about her ex-girlfriend. Hey, cards earned. Oh, those are the hero cards. The ones that are specifically for the characters you're playing as. This looks so cool. I really enjoy the card design. Like, his are boring as sin. They all look the same. Hers are also kind of nondescript. But hers, Ishana's cards are really cool. Like, again, kind of cool, completely boring, and just really, really cool. Especially because they are the skull flowers are here. My goodness, so many. This is a weird card. Maybe they repaid us first. Maybe. So many things. Everyone has earned 2 points to spend in the talent tree. Something is waiting inside the quarters. After completion of each main death of a dungeon, you will be rewarded with at least one new hero card. Okay, I thought one new hero. For each character ready to be added to your decks, as well as a skill point ready to be spent. Okay, everything opened up just now. Everything. Not this one. What is this? Phaistos can do his magic and help you gain powerful boons provided you supply him with dark bones or orbs. The cost for each subsequent again with these words. Subsequent power up will increase, but more powerful ones can be unlocked the further you progress through the story. Ay. So these are passive abilities, what you get here. You need 80, I have 5. 120. I can do this. I'll just use that if I get it. Is this just a book covered as a JRPG? Honestly, that is a kind of cool idea, Stannis. I would like to read the book because these kind of things are very much up my alley. But I don't think so. It's a Kickstarter campaign, so if you or me, which I will do after this, wants to read up some more about what's going on with the game, what it's about, where it's from Italy, by the way, I think that's a pretty good place to go. Apothecary. What? The liquid inside this flask is so... Eek! Did she just drop it? Ishana, are you alright? Oh my goodness, Mr. Edgy Boy. Isn't there a Naruto character that looks... No, it's... Am I thinking of Kakashi? Maybe. Also, the names are not very creative if you think about it. Like Asclepius for the apothecary, and Hephaestus for the smith. Feels like a light novel with Slay the Spire gameplay and weird JRPG undertones. You might not be too far off, to be honest. Do not touch the vials. Shop policy number 3. Rowdy customers pay triple the price. Is that why it's number 3? I'm sorry. She's blind. Cut her some slack, please. So, he's from their tribe. Names Asclepius. Like, again, names Asclepius. That is not how medieval religious mythology people talk. He knows who we are. Great to meet you. I don't think so. What do you do here? He makes potions, sells medicines, craft them, sell them, make money. So he's from our tribe, but he doesn't give us stuff for free. You make him? Like you throw things in a pot and let them boil? Yeah, that's how potions work. Yeah, he looks a bit like a mixture of Zabuza and Kakashi. To me. Or does Zabuza also have the thing over his mouth? He seems like the guy who would actually pronounce the dots in the sentence. ... Not entirely correct. Isn't that... I don't know where I heard that. But not wrong either. Okay, so... various new entries. So here... rip... guy without an arm... potion dude. We can... there's an actual crafting system for this. What the heck? Okay, so how do I know which ones I can combine? Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Oh. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I think then I was thinking about Zabuza. I think that was the end of season 1, wasn't it? With Haku and Zabuza. That's, I think, how far I watched Naruto, and then I was kind of like good. So this is bad game design. You can't unlock a new system and not allow me to use it in any way, shape, or form. Like, this is the first time where I'm really like, this is bad. You can't unlock a potion crafting, and you can't actually craft. Because nothing combines. Wait, can you craft 2 of these together? You don't need 3? Well, I take it back. But it was not very obvious that you can do that. So what are we combining? We can combine the seed of the mother with the fruit of Naraka, and together we get some weird embryo. Seed of deftness. Okay. Let's do something else. Iron grass and... wait, can I do the baleful ash? And iron grass. That looks delicious. Ash of the indignation. And now we get... blood of the indignation. Indignation, another one of those words. Okay, what else is there to look at? Merchant stall. Is that the weird guy that has no hair? No, she's cute. Pistis. Welcome, holiest warriors, welcome. Please, peruse at your heart's content, and let me know if I can help you. She doesn't fit here at all. She's way too nice. How rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Pistis, part-time shopkeeper, full-time your #1 fan. Again, medieval, mythological, religious fantasy world. And they have fans. Okay, so Phaistos is the Darkforge guy, and she's his apprentice or something? May I tempt you with this very, very comfy blanket? It has been woven with thoughts and prayers for our Vestal. It shall be your greatest companion in time of need. It's emblazoned with the Divine Child's seal of approval too. 35% authentic, I assure you.
What?
As for you, great warrior, magnificent specimen, might I suggest this delicate ointment for your great assets? Okay, where are we going with this, lady?
What?
She's intense. Doesn't really have a filter. What about me? Can I have a jewel? I've never had a jewel before. Good grief. and I'm afraid it will stay that way. It's shop policy number 1, you know? We don't deal with beggars. Isn't this stuff free for us in the first place? Everything has a price. I don't know. Also, why are bones the currency in this world? Why? 3 penniless schmucks. Yep, that's what we are. Show me. Yeah. Show me what you have on offer.
Welcome.
You're a strange woman. Also, why do you have a blue light here? Blood of the prowess and blood of the deafness. You can buy tools here. Tablet of protection. I'm imagining an iPad strapped to someone's arm. Vestal hair. Who of the Vestals had to leave his hair behind? Quarters? Oh god, more talking. Naraka monsters are so strong, something about them feels off. Yes, I agree, there's weird creatures. They were desperate. As I said, we are the bad guys. Hey, look, he has his helmet down. I like his eyes, they're cool. Still would go crazy with the hair. I can wait. I can do that. Am I cool now? She doesn't care. They are both wondering what the frick is going on. We have to find and kill the last guardian. Sigurd. But we have Magni, who's stronger, who looks a bit... When he's shaded, when somebody else is talking, look at his coloring. He looks a bit like the Statue of Liberty. I think the helmet's also adding to that. Okay, everyone is afraid of killing him because he's so strong. Ares was a Vestal. She used her power to correct her guardians. Is this like a sentient tradition? Lyra's guardians, just like the creatures of Naraka, there's something wrong with them. I think there's a lot of stuff wrong with them. Also, this looks a bit like an elephant. I feel like I'm slowly going crazy with this game. Especially the tall one, the determination. Okay, so they feel forced. Right. He agrees. Old legends of Sentia that the Vestals' voices have powers, that they are under a spell. She doesn't believe anything. She just doesn't want to think about her ex-girlfriend. Okay, and why is there still a marker? If I go there again, is there going to be another talk? I shouldn't have done that. Pillums, because you've never in your life seen a pillow, I'm sure. Uh-huh. You just lay on the bare ground, you weirdo. Do you think that merchant girl will sell us more? Well, you don't have bones, because you need a lot of bones to buy pillows. Looks like a pressure cooker. No, it's an elephant. Look, there's the trunk, and there's the ear, and that's the top. And the feet, obviously. How about we invest our money in something that is actually useful? Pillows are very useful, Andorra. Excuse you.
So?
I suppose you didn't have much back in your village. Oh god, please don't give me any ideas. If dying resets any of the story, then that's just death. Limodes is difficult to explain to others, or to accept at all. You know, I was surprised when they asked me to join this mission. I still feel like this talking is not necessary. They should have, like, You can have in a game like this that is so mechanic heavy, you either have a complex story and world, like a like lore, or you have complex relationships and character stories. If you have both, you end up with like me seeing elephants. On Twitch, I would now ask if somebody clipped that because I kind of like that one. Benefit of YouTube. All of those things stay up forever, so I can just look through it later. Okay, I can imagine it. I don't need to know why she has that weird beast. Of course it would be kind of cool, but for stuff like that you have Game Theory and MatPat that can find out why that is the way it is.
What?
Listen, I don't care where you come from or what kind of outsiders you used to be. We're here to save our people. Anything else doesn't matter.
Right.
And nothing else matters. Nothing else matters.
Right.
Reorganize. Let's get on with it. Great altar. Okay, what does that do? Oh god. So you can actually organize everything. Okay. Equipment. You have trinkets and potions and skills and talents and... This is like a mini Path of Exile. Mine. All mine. It's like the seagulls in Finding Nemo. Evil intent. Devour weakness. Adonis. Challenging roar. Dreams of blood. I would find a therapist if you're dreaming of blood. Vague hope. Whatever it takes. Blade of just. This is the most boring set. Also, this is a bit like Skyrim where you have the constellations. So, there are no more exclamation points. I guess you're just supposed to go back to the dungeon. I don't know what this is. But you know what? For my sanity and my mental health, there's a clip-in function. We'll find that. I need to learn YouTube better. Or I have you for that. It's also very convenient. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to say... That's enough of this for now. Fascinating game. I'm not going to say good or bad, because it feels like that would be a cop-out, to be honest. It doesn't feel good or bad. It's complex as heck. There are so many, it feels like infighting things where there's different art styles, and then you have, like, there's so many thousands of system, and then you have, like, yeah, I think if you're into this kind of game, like, I mean, I am, kind of, but I like the kind of deck building roguelikes that are gorgeous and intense and complex in their simplicity. Like, for example, Inscryption. This one is just slowly melting my brain. Especially like seeing crafting system, talent trees, equipment, potions, and. So, yeah. I think I'm going to wrap this up for today. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I hope you found some joy in the game as well. And yeah, next stream probably on Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening. See you soon. Bye-bye.